Hello and welcome to episode 45, an encounter with a mad woman, a personal outlook triggered by Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Now, welcome to Demi's Daily Grind. My name is Demi and I thank you for joining me today. Now, I have created this channel to share my experiences, inspiration I have found from others, learnings I have earned, and things I have been taught throughout various periods of my life, especially the ones related to sobriety, finding serenity, and general mental health topics. Please subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and please support the channel by becoming a Patreon. The link is available below. Now, 2022 has been a very interesting year for me. I have started a podcast and a YouTube channel, especially for sharing my life experiences and what I learn as I go. I have spoken about a few topics that I found interesting and have been able to open up about some subjects that I found difficult to speak about in the past. I have done a few dedications and I plan to do more. I would like though to produce a video diary which will be published on a daily basis with topics that will cover politics, religion, philosophy, psychology, sociology, etc. Anything really that is on my mind and on those days. I would like to engage on current affairs, news items, and speak freely about those topics. Now, today, I would like to talk about something that has been on my mind since following the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. I am triggered by this case. It reminds me of something that happened to me that I don't speak about due to not understanding the irrational motivation behind some people's behaviors. Some years ago, I had an encounter with someone who had a great impact on my life. Great in the sense of having to learn to be cautious and always protect myself. It had such a great impact that my heart skips a beat when I think about it. When she comes to mind, like almost every time. So I met her around 2007 when I was getting ready for a new chapter in my life. A phone call from her was the beginning. I did not know her. However, she had heard of me and was interested in me joining her team. You see, she heard that I had resigned at my previous company and was really interested in adding me to her team. I declined the offer and informed her that I was planning to go on my own. However, a few days later, I received another call from the CEO requesting a meeting with me. I informed him of my intentions, however, accepted the invitation to meet. I was interested in hearing what they had to say. That decision was one of those that would change the trajectory of my life. The human condition is very complicated, and it is quite amazing what an encounter can do to redirect you, even temporarily. It stays with you for a long time, but the lessons are great indeed. This case triggered the emotions from that period in my life for a specific reason. I am flooded with memories and feelings I thought I had laid to rest, You see, I cannot explain the drive that she had, but I remember her facial expressions, how she smiled, how she laughed, and how she rubbed her hair every minute as if her mind was always plotting. I joined her team in this large organization for pure experience in that field that I was in then. I was not really comfortable. My intuition was screaming at me. You know, that feeling that all is not well? I placed my plans on hold though, and I embarked on this journey, joining a great team of people and appreciating a chance at a new experience. It didn't take long for me to realize I had made a mistake, but was willing to carry on and make it work. You see, I became a target, and slowly but surely I started feeling uneasy. A few months into my position, she started with her accusations, the maliciousness um, that she had was unbelievable. One morning, I arrived in the office and was called into the boardroom by management. I was questioned, asked whether I had gone into her handbag, took out her credit cards, and scratched the magnetic strip on all of them. I was really taken aback, and I remember laughing in horror, thinking, what's where? Like, what the, you know? I thought to myself, who does that? It is ridiculous. How would I be able to do that? Why would management even consider entertaining this ridiculous accusation? Do they not understand that I have a life? I have things of my own to do rather than destroying somebody's bank cards. Someone who plays absolutely no role in my private life. Someone I would not even have a reason to touch. But that was only the beginning of my nightmare. It was downhill from there and a target I was indeed. My job responsibilities were being fulfilled regardless, and I showed up still. However, she was relentless in her pursuit. About 2 months later, there was another accusation, and another, and another. My goodness, I thought, what had I possibly done to earn the scorn of this woman? Was she seeking attention? Was she genuinely unhappy with her life? Was she not happy that I could do my job without having to check in with her every time? I never got an answer to those questions, but only knew that my life at that point at work was a miserable one. She had made it a point to destroy me, all that I had built. My reputation was being damaged by her. She was meticulous in her plans. She had time and put in the effort. It came to a head when I was called in once more to explain why I had scratched her car in the parking lot. The utter evil this woman had within her was just astounding. I had no experience whatsoever with such a person. I was completely powerless. I had no recourse. I was flabbergasted, dumbfounded, and I was left to defend myself against something I didn't do. Some of my colleagues did show support, and I found out that I wasn't the first to have to deal with this woman's shenanigans. It was unfortunate, though, that it ended up with a polygraph test, which came back as a failure or inconclusive. I don't actually remember. However, I know I was told I did not pass it. I was asked to resign, and I did, gladly, following the final accusation stating that I was planning a hit on her. I left the company and she carried on. And I suppose she was happy with the outcome. I carried on and relaunched my initial plan and proceeded. I found out a few years later that she was let go eventually. I didn't know the reason though, and it really doesn't matter. Anyway, people like this do exist, and I would like to find out what drives them to do these things to others. What motivates an individual to go to any length to destroy? Does it provide excitement, pleasure, some sort of fulfillment? What do they get out of it? Like Sammy on Days of Our Lives, she was vicious. Now, watching the Heard and Depp case reminds me of how real these things are. And I say this without making any conclusions on the outcome of or what exactly happened behind closed doors. A therapist testified in front of the jury explaining why this could happen. Would these people have borderline personality disorder, with the main signs being instability and the lack of emotional control, and histrionic personality disorder, with the main signs being drama, shallowness, and attention seeking? In the next episode, I would like to take an in depth look at these mental disorders and how they may be understood. My hope is that we all get well, we go and seek help where necessary, and find a better way to live life, as I am dealing with my spiritual well being and clearly triggering effect that others may have on me. I need to learn step by step to let go and let God, especially with things that are not in my control. I hope justice is served in this case, and I believe that the truth always comes out in the end. But if not, I hope they learn to move on with their lives and reset wherever possible. My heart goes out to the children, and I hope they are coping well as they get to watch their parents' dirty laundry out in the open to the world to watch, analyze, and opine, as they will have to live with that legacy, perhaps for the rest of their lives. Please look after yourselves, be present, be aware, and ensure that you are safe. You may be with a person who wouldn't mind damaging your reputation for one reason or another. People who would hurt you for whatever reason, for their own self satisfaction, perhaps, without even thinking or taking into consideration what impact they will have on you, on themselves, and on innocent children who have nothing to do with anything. Thank you for your time, your support, and being with me on this journey to finding serenity. If you enjoy listening to me, I would appreciate it if you subscribe. You can also become my Patreon. The link is available below. If you would like to get in touch with me, you can send an email to domusicdailygrind@gmail.com. Until I see you next time, stay well, and may your higher power shower you with blessings and keep you safe today. Let us be diligent with the work required to achieve our goals and hopefully experience serenity and peace of mind. The answers are always right in front of us and will be revealed if we truly seek them. Let us be present, conscious, and intentional in our lives and grow positively to achieve the happiness that we truly seek. Goodbye for now. I will see you next time. Lots of love.